Welcome back to the Road Show. This morning in the kitchen, we're cooking with the Newport Restaurant Group, and it's so fitting that we have you here because, you know, a lot of people, when they're in the process of their wedding, are looking for either a great wedding reception venue or a place that they can hold the rehearsal dinner that kind of sets the tone for the whole event.
Yeah, and the locations, you know, a lot of times people are getting married in Newport, so a lot of the rehearsal dinners do happen at the Mooring, 22 Bones, Castle Hill. So and we have the private.
That's hugely important.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of travel.
Because if you get, not just that, but if you get friction at the rehearsal dinner, you got problems.
Uh-oh.
Trust me, I know from experience.
Okay.
But all of our
we weren't at 22 Bones. That's the problem.
all of our properties have all private function rooms, so it's very nice because you're in your own little space.
Yeah, and a beautiful backdrop because you're always on the water. You've always got. I mean, all of your properties are like incredible properties.
Yeah, we know how to pick them.
Yeah, you do.
That's why you're always smiling. Huh?
Yeah. it's definitely nice to drive into work because we're always surrounded by the water. So that's definitely a treat.
Well, tell us about the meal that you're making here, because this would be a great rehearsal dinner.
Yes, nice 10-ounce pork
chop. Yeah. So we're just going to do a little bit of blended oil, which is just 90-10. Not too hot. You don't want the oil too hot because what will happen is the oil will burn the breadcrumbs.
Okay.
You don't want that.
And you don't want that. And then we're just going to, again, go away. You'll hear a little sizzle.
Right.
And then we're going to brown on both sides, and then we're going to have to finish in the oven because pan sauteing, it won't cook it all the way through.
Now, does it depend on the time of year people come in on what they want for a rehearsal dinner?
Seasonality. I mean, as a chef, you like to cook with the seasons because there's certain things lighter, heavier. You know, so you always got to have that coming. Surf and turf is a big winner with rehearsal dinners. So I mean, there's certain things that you know that people are looking for within planning rehearsal dinners. So I mean, and we have great people that book parties, and they know what people are looking for.
There's also got to be some stress there on your part, knowing that this is really important to them, and you really want to make them as happy and as comfortable as possible.
Yes. You know, and we go that extra step because it's a very special day for them. I was very lucky enough. I had my rehearsal dinner at the Mooring, and my older brother had his at 22 Bones.
Very nice.
So it's just nice to see the attention to detail that goes into these functions because it is a special day, and you need to make it special for the people that are having their parties with us.
Yeah. Tell me about the recipe for this, because I thought it was interesting when you mixed a Japanese breadcrumb that's really crispy with some Italian seasonings to give it your own flair, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the texture-wise.
Okay.
You know, with just regular Italian seasoning, you're not going to get that texture, that crunch. So that's why we veered off to give it that texture.
Now, what is is this soy sauce over here?
No, this is just a little balsamic reduction that we're just going to lightly drizzle right over the top of the salad.
And what is in here?
Fresh mozz.
Ooh.
Fresh mozzarella.
So when we're going to...
Oh, look at the color on
nice
that. That's
and golden.
nice.
We're going to stick this right in the oven.
Okay.
A little hot there, huh, big guy?
A little bit. My fingers are all right. So that's what it's going to come out looking like.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Now, how do we zhuzh it up?
So what we're going to do is we're going to just take a little bit of extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
And these are local baby arugula, right from Greenview Farms, about 15 minutes away from the restaurant. A little bit of pepper. You never want to season baby arugula with a lot of pepper because naturally baby arugula is peppery.
Okay. So
and then we're just going to take the grape tomatoes.
Okay. Spread a couple like all over?
Yep. Okay. And we're going to just place this right over and then we're just going to take the pork chop. What you have to do is just lightly dab it.
Just get some of the grease off.
Yep, just through the oil. You know, I mean, it's just a little pan fry, so there's not a lot of oil.
Big.
So what we're going to do is we're going to lightly...
Just kind of mix it up a little bit.
we're going to lightly toss.
What kind of wine would you go with this, Kev?
White.
Nice white?
Yeah, Sauvignon Blanc would be nice.
Blanc.
You don't want to
Chardonnay.
do it... Yeah, you don't want to do a heavy... Well, Chardonnay you want to stay away because of the oakiness.
Okay.
So you want to just go with a clean, crisp white wine.
Nice and light.
Some of the red wines, a Pinot Noir would work pretty well with this.
I was going to say a Pinot maybe.
Yeah, but you don't want to have anything too heavy like a Cab or a Zinfandel.
No, you want to save that for the meat.
Big, bold, You want to save those for the porterhouses.
Now, what are we going to do with this? I find this
We're going to place this right over the top.
Beautiful.
I like
and then
that.
we're going to take some grape tomatoes.
And, of course, you have your steak fries, right? Is that what these are?
Well, those are just marinated fingerling potatoes.
Oh,
yep, they're already cooked, ready to go.
Oh, that's nice.
Pick them up with your fingers and eat them.
And then what we're going to do is
Like
we're just going to dress. We're just going to add a little bit of balsamic reduction.
Vince, I'm going to let you do
And I pulled out the steak knife for you.
This looks like all you here.
Yeah, so it's a nice light summery dish. It's good for the summertime.
Oh my gosh, that's cutting apart
Just be careful.
so easily.
It's a little hot in the ovens.
I can almost hear the crunch from here. Right? It's good, right?
That was fantastic.
Awesome. Chef Kevin, thanks so much for coming in. Newport Restaurant Group.
How do you know it's good?
How do you know it's good?
Just make my nose run.
Okay.
That's when it's good.